Yep, that's right. King me. That's what LeBron James is saying. King me. I got another one. LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers captured their 17th NBA title in franchise history, tying the Boston Celtics for 17 all-time championships. So they're tied. So it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to 2021, and I got a good feeling that the Lakers are gonna get 18. But anyway, LeBron James, do you consider him the GOAT now for what he's been able to accomplish? And to talk more about that, I brought in a very special guest to help me close out the second quarter. And this is going to roll right into the halftime show where I'm going to interview former Collar Mustang and UH men's basketball player Julian Sensley, who also played overseas for a number of years, and he was part of the Olympic team with Dirk Nowitzki in Germany. So let's check it out. Julian Sensley, man, appreciate you coming on to the CO2 Rundown, man, and being part of the NBA Finals recap. And as we're going to get into an interview with you shortly after that. But man, appreciate you coming on.
Happy to be here, brother. Happy to see the Lakers get one.
Yeah, man, I'm me too. I think this year, with the tragic passing of Kobe Bryant and Gianna, that hit home for a lot of people. You being a basketball guy, right? Like, I'm pretty sure you looked up to Kobe growing up and did some things like that. And really, I felt like it was destined for the Lakers to win this year. And, with that, bro, like, what's your thoughts? I mean, the Lakers 2020 bubble NBA champs.
I mean, a championship's a championship, right? I know a lot of people are going to try and discredit, it was kind of a funky season with the COVID-19 and all that, but a ring is a ring. And I think, I really wanted to see the Lakers win, not just for their organization, obviously, and being like a Lakers fan and whatnot, but honestly, like you touched on Kobe Bryant and Gianna and of course the rest of the families of the Los Angeles area that were affected by that. Being a former athlete like you or I, we always try to find those little motivational edges, I think, to help us to get us to where we want to be, to that mountaintop, so to speak. And I think, with Kobe's death and COVID and everything that's been kind of happening with 2020, I think that played a huge part with the Lakers, winning a championship.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron James wins his fourth Finals MVP, becomes the first player to win. I'm sorry, the fourth player to win four MVPs and four titles. What's your thoughts, man, on LeBron James?
It's the GOAT talk, man. You can't help it. I heard Jalen Rose talk about it. I think for the younger guys who, we've been fortunate enough to see Michael play. We've been fortunate enough to see MJ play and LeBron. So, but for the younger generation that has never really saw Michael Jordan play other than in highlights or stuff, it's going to be hard to not say that LeBron is a GOAT, man. I mean, he's a created player,
It's unfair.
It's unfair. And he's in his he just finished his 17th season, really kind of 18th because they just finished a calendar year. And you can't, the numbers don't, the numbers obviously, Jordan got the 6 rings and whatnot, but just what LeBron has been able to do for the game and off the court as well, with his, activist stuff and all that. It's a good debate with the GOAT, man. In my opinion, I got him as a GOAT.
Yeah, no, I think after this, I think a lot of people will, because, he's been to multiple teams and won championships, right? With Miami, right? MVP, Cleveland, MVP, championship. Now with the Lakers, I mean, who else can say that they've done that? There was an interesting stat here. Here's the first player to win Finals MVP for and against one franchise, right? We're talking about with the Heat and against the Heat.
Yeah.
I think that's remarkable, and I think that's true greatness, man. When you can go to an organization and elevate everyone else around you, and still be as dominant as you were
I
where you were
agree.
before.
I mean, he's obviously a winning. He wins no matter where he goes. And I think the championship he had with Cleveland, it's not like he had great players. He had like a one guy that was a solid, role, but Boobie Gibson and all, where are these guys now, right? So to see what he does he just makes everybody, which is similar to Michael Jordan, right? He elevates anyone around him. As a player, I would have loved to play with LeBron James, because all I had to do was just sit in the corner and make shots.
Yeah.
I would have got me a ring, so I think it shows that, he wants to win. There's so much knock. There are a lot of LeBron haters, obviously, but anyone who knows the game of basketball, you got to understand what this man has done for the game.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. True greatness. Anyway, hey, congratulations to the Lakers, man. And shout out to the Heat. I think they had a great run, a great season. And I think they proved that they're a championship caliber team. And if you look at what Jimmy Butler's done this year, it's remarkable, man. So I think they're going to add 1 or 2 more pieces next season, and they're going to be a force to reckon with in 2021.